got the product, the customers, and an email list. But every time you hit send, it feels like you're shouting into the void. No clicks, no sales, just crickets. The good news, it's not your product and it's not your audience. It's the way you're writing and planning your emails. And today I'm breaking down exactly how to fix it so that every email you send leads to more opens, more clicks, and more sales. And if you've ever felt overwhelmed about what to send and when, I've got something that's going to make it a whole lot easier for you. So be sure to stay to the end. Hi friends, welcome back to the Inbox to Income podcast. My name is LIEZLE, and in this little corner of the internet, I share all things email marketing for e-commerce stores. Spend less than 15 minutes with me each week, and I'll help you turn store browsers into loyal customers by transforming your email list into your most profitable business asset that you own. Whether you're new to email marketing or just need a confidence boost, you're in the right place. Let's dive in. Email marketing is one of the most powerful ways to increase sales in your e-commerce business, if you do it right. But if your emails don't even get opened, nothing else matters. One of my clients told me her biggest struggle was knowing what to send and staying consistent. She said that email marketing and social media feels overwhelming, and that's why she avoided doing it for such a long time. And I hear this all the time from store owners who are juggling everything. You're fulfilling orders, you're managing inventory, you're running ads, you're delivering exceptional customer service. Email marketing often falls to the bottom of the list. But that's why today I'm not just teaching you how to write high converting emails, but I'm also going to show you how to plan your email marketing in a way that feels sustainable. I'll share what's working right now and how an e-commerce email planner has helped my client get organized and finally take action. But first, let's talk about why most e-commerce emails don't work. First big mistake is generic subject lines. If your subject line sounds like every other email in their inbox, why would anyone open it? Over the years, I have diligently tracked the results of all the email campaigns I have sent, either for my clients or my own business. Last year, my campaigns were sent to over 500,000 recipients, and after doing multiple A/B tests to find exactly what resonates with the audience, I have learned quite a few things. For example, an email with the subject line "New Product Launch" barely made a ripple. But when we changed it to "Your Home Secret Weapon" for a 15% value boost, that got a 59% open rate. The second big mistake was a lack of personalization. In my clients' campaigns, emails that use the recipient's first name performed 20% better than ones that didn't. This counts for the subject lines and the content within. So make sure you personalize where appropriate. And third, only sending emails when there's a sale. This is a big one. If you're only showing up when you want a sale, your audience will start ignoring your emails unless there's a discount or something you're offering. You don't want to train them to wait for promotions. You want them to engage consistently. And that is why I highly recommend working on a 6-week promo schedule, so you can ensure you are providing value first and then asking for the sale. So let's fix those mistakes. First, your subject line is not an afterthought. If it doesn't make your reader curious enough to click, nothing else in your email matters. If your open rates are below 20%, I would spend an entire quarter just A/B testing subject lines. So that would be 4 emails a month. That would be 12 emails where you are doing A/B tests. Now remember, the email needs to stay exactly the same. The only thing you're A/B testing is different subject lines. Once you have completed that test, you can move on to try and improve your click rate by A/B testing the content of your emails. But The way we can start A/B testing subject lines is you could start by trying out personalization versus no personalization to see if your audience responds to seeing their name in the subject line. You can do emoji versus no emoji to check if that boosts engagement or distracts from the message. You can also do question versus a statement to see which sparks more curiosity. Remember, each one of our audiences is totally different. There is literally no one audience that is exactly the same as the other. Even if you're in the same niche, remember, your brand voice is totally different than your competitors. And that is what people responded to and why they signed up for your email. Now, let's talk about email structure. Every email should have one clear call to action. If you want them to shop, that's all you focus on. If you're sharing a blog post, don't also ask them to buy something in the same email. Every email should be well thought out and have a single goal. You want to nurture, educate, encourage, or convert. Next, your email layout should be consistent so it's instantly recognizable. At the top, always include your logo or a header with your beautiful face on. Keep it the same across all campaigns and flows, so your audience knows it's you the second they open your email. In Klaviyo, you want to create universal blocks for these. Then use a striking image, a lifestyle photo, product shot, or even a GIF. Below that, I want you to add a button with a clear call to action like shop now or find your perfect match. The next part is the text. Here's where most store owners go wrong. They skip storytelling. Every email should have a moment where you connect with your audience, and the easiest way to do that is through a short, relatable story. Start with first name personalization and set the stage. For example, hey Julie, I remember the first time I updated my front porch. It completely transformed my space and made me smile every time I would walk up to my front door. Pretty soon, the neighbors started complimenting me, and that's when I realized I wanted to create this new sign collection. Make sure your email is easy to skim. That means short paragraphs, no big walls of text. You want to use bold and italics to highlight key ideas, and bullet points to highlight pain points or benefits. Then end with your call to action in sentence form. For example, if you want to elevate your entryway and make it recognizable for your delivery drivers, start personalizing your sign now. And that call to action text, make that clickable. Link directly to the product page. You want to follow the text up with another clear and uncluttered button that points to the exact same place as the other links. I also love including a branded footer with our tagline and a clear unsubscribe button. This makes sure every email is instantly recognizable and inbox compliant. Now, let's talk about the missing piece and the biggest reason you might be ghosting your list far too often: planning your emails. Writing great emails is one thing, but knowing what to send and when is just as important. That's where my email marketing planner comes in. One of my clients, Inger, started using it and told me she customized it to match her brand and started tracking her campaigns. Now she can plan her content promotions and blog ideas in advance, so email marketing no longer feels overwhelming. The planner helps you plan your content so you always know what's coming next. Track your results so you can see what's working, and stay consistent so you're not scrambling last minute. If you've struggled with staying on track, this planner will take the guesswork out of your email marketing. And if you want to grab your copy, you can find it at SHECOMMERCE.com/email planner. The way I use the planner is I block out days in my calendar each month, and I work on a 6-week schedule. So I would plan out 6 blogs for the next 6 weeks. Then I would plan out the accompanying second emails within that planner. And then I would block out another day on my calendar to actually sit down and write the content. And then another day on my calendar to go in and schedule those emails to go out. Now, that is just a high-level overview, but I'm just going to tell you quickly, this is a very simple Google Sheet. It's got different tabs for each month of the year. Then it's got quarterly tracking sheets where you are literally going to type in what was the subject line of your A test, what was the subject line of your B test, and that way you're going to track and you're going to be able to see trends happen or when things bombed out, and then you're going to know, okay, we're not doing that topic again, or we do not want to phrase our subject lines that way. You're also going to track your click rates. That way you know what type of content really resonates with your audience. And that's going to give you insight when you're sitting down planning your next quarter of emails. So it really gives you that control over what you are writing, and it helps you not just write something to write something. You are truly putting thought into your emails and your content, which at the end of the day benefits your audience and serves them, which would increase the trust, and it's nurturing that relationship, making sure that the next time you do offer something, they are ready to buy because they trust you, they believe you are the expert in your field, and it's a no-brainer for them. But let's recap what we covered today so you can start taking action now. If you want to sell more with email, you need to treat your subject line like a sales tool, not an afterthought. A/B test it for at least a quarter to really get to know your audience. Structure your email for one clear action and make it skimmable. Use emotional triggers like FOMO, storytelling, and exclusivity to drive conversions. And plan your email marketing so you stay consistent. And if you need a tool to help, my email planner is the perfect solution for you. Now, I want to hear from you. Drop your last email subject line in the comments and I'll give you real-time feedback. And don't forget to subscribe for more e-commerce email marketing tips. See you next week, same time, same place. Happy emailing, my friend. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe for more tips to grow your e-commerce business and simplify your marketing. And if you're ready to dive deeper, remember to grab the free guide and check out these videos next.